morning, everybody. Welcome to the kitchen. Today we're going to make Sylvia's collard greens. I'm so excited. I love collard greens. So here we have two beautiful bunches of collard greens, and we'll trim these up. We're going to remove these woody core to the leaf, and I don't prefer these. I think they're too tough, and I would rather remove them. Some people like them, so by all means, whatever you prefer, prepare your collard greens the way you like them. Now, our recipe called for 2 smoked turkey wings. Unfortunately, Key-Food did not have any smoked turkey, wings or legs or anything. So, kind of disappointed, but I figured, well, what else could I substitute? So luckily, we have some turkey bacon. And now this Oscar Mayer turkey bacon specifically says on it, smoked cured turkey. All right, the other ones did not say smoked. And since we want a smoked turkey flavor, we're gonna use the turkey bacon, and that could be a substitute, all right? So we need 3 pounds of collard greens, which hopefully this will yield, I'm sure that'll be fine. And remember, Sylvia Woods liked to use vegetable oil in her recipes, and her cookbook was put out in the 90s. But nowadays, we prefer to use healthier oils. So I have the canola oil and the extra virgin olive oil blend. This is a much healthier oil. And it also has, look at that, omega-3 fatty acids in it as well. So this is a healthier oil for us. She's got 2 tablespoons of sugar, red pepper flakes, black pepper, vinegar, Tabasco, and we already made cornbread. So here are all of our ingredients. I've got to get everything measured, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook the turkey bacon first, and then I'll chop it up into little bits and we'll add it into our cooking broth for the collard greens. So first thing first, we need to cook our turkey bacon. I have the large frying pan already on, and it's on sort of medium-high heat. And I'm not going to do this whole entire thing. We'll just do, let's say, half. So that's probably a good amount. And we just want to add it to our collard greens to add flavor to that smoky bacon flavor. So just going to get all of these in the pan, spread them out. So it's going to take a while. I'm going to let it cook for a bit, flip it over with my tongs to the other side, and let it cook some more. So it's getting a bit of color on it now, and I'm just going to flip it over and continue to cook it on the other side. I'm going to keep flipping it over. I don't want it burnt. I don't want to get really crispy bacon because we want to cook it in with the collard greens. But I am looking for something a bit more done than this. And then what I'll do after that is I'll cut it into smaller pieces, and we can add that into our collard greens. Okay, so unfortunately this is like the best collard greens. There's a lot of yellow, brown on these leaves. Now I gotta pick through them. This was the only thing they had at Key-Food, so I guess maybe somebody had already bought them out, or they just didn't have any more. These weren't really properly, carefully stored. So, and here you can see I'm paying for the root because this is by weight. So the last bunch of collard greens I got, they didn't have the root. They had nice long stalks that were nice and clean. So, kind of a little disappointed, but it just shows you the difference in the quality that the produce can come in, depending on, I guess, which farm it comes from, how they treat the plant. But so this is going to take me a while to muddle through and get rid of all of these brown spots, all of the yellowing on the leaves. And remember, I want to remove this woody part of the stem. I don't care for it. It's a bit too hard. So I'm probably going to remove it maybe till it's up to here. All right, so when it starts to get thinner. So I'll cut along here and remove that whole entire bit. So that's going to take me a while to get all of this cleaned up. Great, so now this is looking like exactly how I want it. And because it's been on low, I didn't want to burn it. It's been going for like 20 minutes to get to this point. So just realize it takes a long time to get here. But I'm going to take these off, let it cool, and then I'll chop them up. Over here, I'm still working on the collard greens, and look how much is going in the garbage. So not really happy. Next time I shop at Key Food, I'm going to make sure I check, make sure that the core isn't in the middle. I mean, that's really not very good practice on their part to include that, because no one's going to use that. That's a waste. So anyhow, a little annoyed at the moment. All right, everybody see all this? So Jenna nicely, patiently took out all of the stems, the woody stems, and took off all of the yellow and brown bits, and now she's ripping them up into small pieces to go into our collard greens. Jenna, have you ever had collard greens before?
I have it a lot.
Do you like them?
Yes.
All right, so today we're gonna make them, and I didn't get a smoked turkey leg, but I did get turkey bacon. So what do you think? Does this look like? We're gonna add some of that to it to give it flavor. Mm-hmm. You agree?
Yes.
All right. All right, so our collard greens have all been ripped up and cut up, and I was gonna cut the bacon, but it's kind of falling apart, so I think I'm just gonna break it up. I've got 6 cups of water over here, and I'm just gonna break this up and put it in, bring it to a boil, and then we're gonna add in the collard greens and the rest of our ingredients. Great, our water's at a rapid boil. Got the bacon in there. We're gonna add our canola vegetable oil substitute, which is our canola extra virgin olive oil blend, a 1/4 cup. I'm gonna add that in. We're gonna add in our 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, just to give a little heat. Our 2 tablespoons of sugar, a little sweetness. And then we can dump in all of our collard greens. Awesome. We're gonna cook these for a while. It'll be interesting to taste the difference between the collard greens that we made earlier when we did brown girl dreaming, and that had the taste of the it had the taste of the liquid smoke. So this time we're using actual turkey bacon, smoked turkey bacon, so that will have that smoky flavor in it. Okay, so I'm going to stir this all together, and then it's going to cook for like an hour. So come back soon, in an hour. All right, that has been cooking for an hour, covered. I used the skillet there to cover it. And you can see it's turned that darker green. There's still a lot of liquid, but it smells great. And now at this point in time, I'm gonna add vinegar and salt. So I prefer kosher salt at this point. So I'm gonna put in a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, get that stirred in, and I'm gonna put in a tablespoon of white wine distilled vinegar, 1 tablespoon. The other thing, I'm gonna turn it down even lower because I'm gonna leave it simmering for a while. I wanna reduce some of that liquid. Okay, so I'm gonna let that keep cooking, and I want it to go slow, maybe not that low. All right, so I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of vinegar, keep it cooking to reduce all of that liquid. So that might take another 40 minutes or so, and then it should be good. Okay, so this has been simmering on low for 47 or 50 minutes because I just went and taught a class and just came back in. So great, there's still a little bit of liquid, not too much. So that's okay because that's called the pot liquor, and that's what we sop our cornbread into. So this is looking very good. It smells absolutely wonderful. So I'm just gonna get some in a bowl and then we'll see how it tastes. So let me get this. I'm gonna get a piece of that turkey smoked bacon. There we go. Doesn't that look good? I'll let you know how the taste is. Now, I'm gonna taste it first without Tabasco, but It'll probably taste even better with a little bit of Tabasco. All right, so this is very good. I like the texture of it. It's very buttery, but you know what? That other recipe I just like so much better. And I think it's because I really don't like having meat with my greens. Probably much more vegetarian in my liking of food preparation. So I don't really care for the the smoked turkey bacon. I don't think I would care for smoked turkey wings either, or even a smoked turkey leg in here. I like just the collard greens on their own. But this is delicious and wonderful, but I just prefer that other recipe much more. I am going to try adding a little bit of the Tabasco, because that'll probably kick it up a notch, as they say, and give it a little more oomph to it. And I'm also going to sprinkle a little more kosher salt right on top. So I'm just going to take a pinch, sprinkle it on, all right, and then stir this all together, take another bite, and now it'll have an even more flavor profile with all these new things added to it. So good. Oh, this is so buttery tasting. It's such a delicious treat. So I hope you enjoyed this. This was Sylvia Wood's collard green recipes, and we used smoked turkey bacon instead of the wings. And the collard greens, a 1/4 cup of the canola extra virgin olive oil blend, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, salt and ground pepper to taste. I added 1 tablespoon of the white distilled vinegar and just a couple shakes of the Tabasco. So it was really delicious. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll try this at home. Take care, everybody. Bye.